presentation to Saugeen Shores Council. Give us, in your words, why you were here, because really we weren't getting into specifics this time around.
We believe that over the past little while, there's been lots of discussion, lots of debate about wind energy as a whole, and not so much about project specifics. I looked at myself as not the champion of wind energy, about someone who's going to do a good wind development project. But what I'm finding is our voice is being diminished by a lot of individuals with misinformation. And so what we're here to do is to make the request to council to say, let us help you. Let us help you get the right information, correct mistruths along the way. We're local. We have local people here, and the industry as a whole in this area is quite large, although you wouldn't know it when you read the papers and when you read the media. So we're here to say, we're here representing the wind energy, we're fairly significant, and we're providing benefit to the community beyond just a few farmers getting a few dollars along the way. We're providing the new milk check to farmers. And we're here to tell council that your constituents, and you saw that we had in excess of 20-some people without calling around. And these are local people. They're not being transported from other jurisdictions. They're coming in saying, hey, this is what I want to be part of. And so we are here to pass that message. As well as there are programs, material available to them that we haven't taken advantage of yet. Best practices, the province through the Renewable Facilitation Office can provide lots of more information along the way. But I think the mayor summed it up best when he said, we spoke to the province and they said, we'll do the approvals, we'll spend the money on technology, we'll do the assessments, and we'll do it right. However, that doesn't mean you're going to ever be surprised. The consultation process that is there is very, very onerous. And you will hear more, but we'll take the weight and take the cost of doing all these reviews. We'll do it for you. We'll do the heavy lifting. Central Huron was threatened with a lawsuit for councillors that approved a wind project. The province said, take a deep breath, guys. We will do the heavy lifting. And we are hopefully bringing that message to them as well.
What kind of reaction did you feel you got from council tonight?
I felt that we saw not necessarily a negative response. We saw councillors that said, I have to represent my constituents. I need more information. Please provide it to us. I do have some concerns, but I didn't see polarized. I saw that, and I'm a taxpayer here in Saugeen Shores. I felt pleased that my councillors treated everybody with respect, and the questions were what I would say meaningful and thoughtful, and we'll provide more information in return.
I sensed when they referred to the study that the medical officer of health is doing, Dr. Hazel Lynn, that it was almost a here we go again process.
Well, I didn't feel that way. What we've acknowledged that the medical officer here in our area has a different opinion than the Ontario medical officer. So out of that, what we see is wind turbines aren't new. They've been around for years and years and years. Do we believe that the wind is different in Europe? I don't think so. Do we believe that people are different in Europe? Heck, I don't think so. My wife's Dutch. She came from over there, and she thinks the same way. What we need to do is to get more dialogue going on, more information that's balanced, and we need to start correcting some of these mistruths. So as I heard that along the way, I thought, well, we have to look, and there's another challenge for us to get more information. However, when people say a health study, keep in mind it's a 30-year process. So if they'd have come and said, do a health study when you want to put electricity in my house, would we have waited 15 years? If they wanted to put toilets in our house, would we have waited 15 years? You'd say it's a good benefit, it's a long, we should get started. Keeping in mind, a wind turbine can get unbolted and taken away in a day. So if we're doing something that is so terrible, it can be taken away in a day. The province canceled the project in Oakville, and we know we as taxpayers are going to pay the cost of that. But it can be taken away. You can't move a gas plant in a day. A wind turbine you can. So out of all of this, I think the answer is let's correct mistruths. And if you believe our constituents are right, or if you believe you need to go and see more information, go and see a properly sited wind turbine under the existing regulations. It takes 10 months of straight review by the province experts before you can even get to getting notice to proceed. So if I were given a contract today and I did all my environmental work, 10 months for them to review it. It doesn't happen overnight. I mean, when I did the Pickering turbine, we went and we bought the turbine in May and put it up in August. We're not talking about the same process today.
550 meters, is that a good distance from residences and turbines?
I believe that there is lots of information and material available now to rationalize why 550 meter was taken. It was not pulled out of the air. When I did the original projects, we looked at the setbacks for noise and the impact it would have on both flicker and ice throw and a number of other areas. I believe 550 is a very conservative approach, and keeping in mind that not a lot of jurisdictions have that. What we end up is defaulting into someone who says, not in my backyard. And I'm not supposed to use that expression, but the reality is properly sited wind turbines provide benefit not only to the farm, but to the community and to the planet. We're here to clean up the air. We're here to stop burning coal. No, we don't see it in Port Elgin. My goodness, drive to some other places. I grew up in Sudbury. There's vegetation there now because there was a change. People agreed that something had to change and they worked towards it. I believe we're headed there the same way.
Excellent.